Good day, folks. Today we are introducing Sheila and her new litter of puppies. She had 8 beautiful, healthy puppies last night. And Sheila's one of our guardian dogs. She's a 2-year-old. And she's probably the friendliest. How you doing, honey? But, you know, even this morning we were working around getting this thing a little bit more airtight, where we got the north wind off of her, and she's got a nice warm clutch in there. We got hay all the way around it. On the outside, put a tarp in first, and we got another tarp on the outside of the cage. And of course there's a tarp over the top of her. So puppies will stay dry. We're supposed to be getting some rain starting sometime this afternoon. And we just didn't want any wet coming in on these pups. How you doing, girl? She's a new mom and she's doing a really good job. I'll leave you alone. I just want to get a little close up here. That was looking for a teat. So these puppies are probably less than, I don't know, 6 hours old. They sound like little kittens. They've got a lot of markings on them. Some of them have the black heads. I think that's from Big Boy, so he's probably the sire of these puppies. Big Boy's an awesome guard dog, and so is Sheila, so we should have some really good dogs. Somebody asked the other day, what are you going to do about, you know, having a litter here in, you know, November, and so we're going to keep her in this kennel. She can't take them off somewhere and hide them. And you know, when the puppies are big enough, we'll probably put them in an electronet with her until she weans them. But we just don't want her going off somewhere in a brush pile and trying to set up shop when it's this cold outside. So we've got her a nice, warm, secure place, and she's got her feed in here, and we have some meat scraps. We gave her some meat scraps there. She's been chewing on the deer carcass, and we actually have some deer trimmings, and she been gulping those down. She likes her deer meat, and that's off the deer that Isaac got. Anyway, I just wanted to show you our puppy setup. As far as the new ones, she's really got a nice warm spot here, and now I'm thinking about the rain. I think I am going to come back over here, and right here on the east, this area right here, I'm going to tie a tarp from there and go down the outside, and that'll keep the entrance to this puppy pen or the puppy shelter from getting any rain on it. I don't want any rain on my puppies. There's a ton of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there 9? There is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there one hiding underneath there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's 8. Sheila, I thought you had another one. Well, they're noisy little boogers. They're all looking for the teat. Yeah, how you doing, girlie? Yeah, you're a good mama. You're an excellent mama. We knew she was going to have several puppies because she was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Ouch. And bigger and bigger and bigger. And the other puppies, you're probably wondering what's up with them. They got their freedom this morning. So we had them in this. This is chicken netting. We had a 160-foot roll of that. And we had them in here for about 10 days. And what we did is this, of course, was all electrified. And just to keep them from getting to the netting and getting their little feet wrapped up in there and stuff, I learned this trick several years ago. Take some step ins, and that's poly braid right there, and run you 2 poly braid sandwiches. I'm hungry. It's almost noon. Thinking about food. 2 poly braid strands of electric. See, they're on those step ins there, and one's at 4 inches and the other one's at 8. And you run that all the way around your pen. So when those puppies go up, and boy, they got shocked. I mean, it was a shock fest for the first 20-30 minutes. But what we did is we camped out here. We had the boys, of course, Jan, and I was over there by the road, by the switch. So if a puppy did get tangled and really getting shocked, I could just hit the switch and turn it off. Anyway, they learned in about 30 minutes, you don't touch that netting. You know, it's not the super hot because we've actually got a ground on it somewhere. I've got to find it. I didn't want to be roaming around the farm in deer season with hunters out on their stands. So we're waiting for deer season to be over, and I'm going to go find that short, hopefully. Anyway, we're still pushing around. On this pin, we were at 4 kV, 3.7, so almost 4,000 volts on a puppy nose. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good incentive not to touch it. But 10 days, and we've got them broken. At least they know what hot wire is. And then we brought them across the road this morning, and the puppies have their freedom. They're over there with them sheep and the older dogs, and we dumped out a half a barrel of meat scraps from deer, and puppies, of course, they couldn't resist. They went over there and started eating on some of those, and we spread them out over a large area. But the big dogs, you know, they were letting them know that they fill up first, and then the puppies might get whatever's left. But we've got the puppy feeders over there. They were already out exploring this morning, and Sheila, I'll be back in a little bit. We're going to get you another piece of tarp over that opening right there. But we're going to go over here and see how the puppies are doing. I bet they're laying down sleeping. That was a big morning for them. They were running and romping around and just having the biggest time. They were just loving having the freedom, and they were exploring. Yep, lady, that's Lady barking at me. She is one aggressive dog. I was telling Ben and Isaac, I was a little bit concerned leaving the puppies this close to the road. Somebody'd try and steal one of them, but good luck. Anybody comes over in that pasture and you're a stranger, you might want to have your running shoes on, because that dog's going to come and put her hackles up and let you know that you're not welcome over there. So you're gonna pay for that puppy. You may have a ripped britches if she gets a hold of you. Yes, I'm coming. I just want to find out where they're at. It's gonna be a little herky-jerky till I get over this. Well, maybe I'll just tie my mule tape here. Go in. Open up my trusty cattle panel. Yeah, how you doing, lady? Lady and big boy, they're up here guarding that deer meat. Put a deer trimmings up here from the carcass. Oh, there's the other white female. Where's the puppies? I bet the last time I seen them, they were in this draw over here. They might have found them a good spot to lay down and take a nap. They like chewing on these deer carcasses, and there's a deer skin. There's plenty of good dog feed in here. They're gonna have all they want to eat. See if we can find them. Last time I saw them, they were at the base of this pond. Hey lady, how you doing, girl? I bet they found them a spot down out of the wind. They may be laying down up there by that pond too. That's the other thing, they've got to find out where to drink between the pond and, you know, supposed to get 2 inches of rain, so here's a little creek right there. It's got some water in it. It's actually an overflow coming out of this pond. Well, they are an adventuresome bunch. think they come running by now. They might be laying up there by the sheep too. Bet you this, they're all together. They're used to being together in that pen. And so now they've got their freedom. They're hiding. They're not hiding, they just found a good place to go to sleep. Oh, it's all went up there in that woods. Nope. Go up on this pond dam, I'll have a little better view. Maybe we can find some puppies. I tell you what, you can't, there they are. You can't believe how much they've grown. Come on. They're following that big dog. Two of them are. Well, good. They found the pond. Oh my goodness. This is this is the one Ben calls the fat puppy. My gosh, he's twice as big as the rest of them, aren't you? You've been in the pond. No, stay down. Stay down. You can't be jumping up on me. Oh my goodness. So we can. The other two went with that other dog. Where'd he go? Oh, there he goes, down the ridge. He's got two admirers over there. There he goes. And I don't want to zoom in. Oh, here comes a puppy. The other two seen their buddies. They're coming back over here. I wanted to show you my little tool for the puppies. It's right here. I'm going to lay it on the ground first. There it is. So it's a fiberglass handle with a black trash bag. Nope. It's not for y'all to play with. And what you do is never go in the pasture without this. And of course, these puppies have never been accustomed to this yet, so they're getting ready to learn a valuable lesson. And that is, when I leave this pasture, I will smack this at the bottom of their, well, right at the base of their head, at the on the ground. Never hit a puppy, ever, 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 ever. Just hit the ground in front of them and go no, or you can use the word stay. Don't use a whole bunch of words, they don't know what you're saying. But if they get accustomed to seeing the black bag smacked in front of their face and go no real sternly, you don't want to get the puppies where they won't come to you. And this group we've really been working with, and they're all just super. You saw them, they all come up here. Come here. Give them a pet. Yeah, give you all a pet. Yeah, you're a friendly puppy. Yeah, my goodness, this is the little female right here. She was the one you couldn't catch, and now look at her. Just spending a little time each day. She's really tamed down. Yeah, hey, you little guy. You're pretty tame too. Yeah. Their teeth are like needles. Come on up here. You need to get a pet too. There you go. You need to get a pet now. Hey, big boy. He's working over my black trash bag. That's all it is. It's a black trash bag. I better get it out of the way. I won't have one to smack on the ground. Those other two puppies, they're just adventurers. There's so many neat smells out here for a young dog. They've already learned where the pond is. So there's the little female. She's going to go down like, what's down here? So instead of drinking out of a bucket of water, now they've learned that they can drink out of that pond. Just like so. Look at that. She stuck her nose. She's already got a drink. This is awesome. So this builds muscle, it builds character, and it builds adaptiveness. So they're adapted to their environment. You know, you go buy a puppy at a pet store somewhere that's never been in the woods, hasn't been out with sheep, you're just buying a problem. That dog's not going to know what to do. It wasn't bred into the dog. These puppies are out of working parents. And so people say, but Greg, it costs a lot of money to buy a dog. Well, I can tell you what, it costs a lot of money to have a lot of dead sheep too. If you're going to have sheep, for goodness sakes, protect them. Because they can't protect themselves. And these little guys here, in about another 5 to 6 months, they're going to be full grown and they're going to be barking, and that's all they need to do. They'll bark, and I don't want them running the coyote, in the next county. I just want them to bark. And if they bark real viciously like they do, that's all you need. That's all you need. Better off to have your dog stay with the sheep and bark at them. We need a rain. That pond's still got a ton of water in it. But it's down probably 3 feet at least. Well, you can see up here on the bank. Yeah, it's down 3 feet. We haven't had a really heavy fall. We didn't get our normal fall heavy rains. As you can see, it's down. But I would say by spring that pond will probably be filled back up here to that tree. That's the beauty of having lots of ponds, is you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. You've got other ponds that you can depend on. We use this pond for cattle and sheep, both. And it's a good pond. There's good fish in there. There's channel cat, bass, and bluegill. There's plenty of cover for the fish. There's some cedars in there, plus all the cattails. And they do just fine in there. And the cattails make a great place for the puppies to go and play. Look at that puppy. Can't even see him in there. This is what makes a guard dog, though. They've got to get out on the land. I'm not going to have to use this to make him stay. Look at that little fat puppy. Gosh, is he fat. That's what we call an easy keeper. He's an easy keeper. So as the puppies go off exploring, I'm going to get out of here so I don't have to hit the ground right now. They got plenty of that in their lifetime coming. Don't get accustomed to walking out of the pasture and letting the puppies follow you. Because next thing you know, they're going to be out there on that road waiting at the pickup truck when they see you coming, and now you got a dead puppy. Because somebody ran over it. They've got to stay in the field with the sheep. They got to know this is home, and they don't need to be leaving here. But that hot wire out there on that fence, it's the bottom wire is about 5 to 6 inches off the ground. And so, and it's hot. That bottom wire is hot on this particular paddock. So they're going to get lit up if they try and touch that wire to get out on that road. So I would have never let them out against the road like this if I didn't have that hot wire out there. So even a woven wire fence, the size of these puppies, they could probably, the smallest ones, they could probably get through the stage. Get back. Get back. Yeah, he's a little bit skittish to that bag when it smacked at him. That's good. He's kind of keeping his pace, his distance over there. That is a good looking pup. Man, got a beautiful face on him. He's got that little black strip on his tail. Oh, here comes a little female. She's an adventure. So I'm not going to hit the ground until I get down here by the cage. And from the cage to that truck, that's my area. That's not theirs. They don't need to be following me out to that fence. They think they are. They found a new buddy in Greg, and they're like, you know what? We'll just follow you home. No, you're not. So you got to get a little gruff with them. Just go stay real loud. The N-O word's pretty good too. Just no. As loud as you can. You're going to see these puppies get an education, and they might howl, take off, going, arr, 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 arr. I've seen them do it. But then the next time you come in here, you got to make sure you get hand contact on them. You want to touch them. Let them know it's okay. You don't hate them. They need to stay. They've got a huge incentive here to stay. Look at all this. And the big dogs are full. So the puppies are going to be fine. And so we got the puppy feeder in there along with the big dog feeder, and we'll keep that full of puppy chow until we run out I think we got 2 more bags left, and they'll go on the big dog feed. Okay? Stay. 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 You stay. Stay. Okay, that's all you got to do. If they come back, I'm going to get halfway to this truck. If she comes after me, I'm going to go back and get her again. Oh, a fat puppy up there, he's found him some deer meat. So has the little girl now, so I'm good. If that's all you got to do, just don't go in your puppy pasture. I call it puppy pasture, sheep pasture, without one of these. You saw what it took. It just took a couple times, and they get accustomed not to following you, and it's worse on a four-wheeler. If you're on a four-wheeler, they kind of get bonded onto that thing, and they almost act like that four-wheeler's their mommy. Man, you really got to get on them. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. I got to shut this gate, and I can't do it while I'm filming. That's kind of a primer on the puppies. We got a new litter. Sheila has 8 beautiful pups, and these 6 that we just released into the sheep flock, they're enjoying life. It's a good day to be a puppy on Green Pastures Farm. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. If you folks new to the channel, hit that subscribe button on the way out. And that like, I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to see y'all down the road.